Hello, and welcome back to the Mid-Am Podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Tyler Munns, and on the other side of the screen from me is my good friend Nathan Furumasu.
Hello.
It's been a couple weeks since we recorded, but I got back from a golf trip, you had recently gone on a golf trip. We had a little team competition thing going on, so we'll recap that. But before we jump into it, want to give a special shout out to the fine folks at Adele, who sponsor our podcast. Incredible equipment, incredible irons, incredible wedges. I actually, not to jump the shark, but I utilized my Adele SMS 50-degree V grind, C grind, T grind, one of the grinds.
Bump and grind?
Huh? Bump and grind, yeah. To card an ace at the sandbox, which we'll jump more into here in a minute. But being able to dial in the strike with the movable weights has helped my wedge game tremendously, and could help your wedge game tremendously. Maybe not as good as an ace at the 16th hole at the sandbox, because that requires an insane amount of skill. But at least you'll have the equipment necessary to get you there. So be sure to check out everything that the team at Adele has to offer. That's at Adele Golf. That's EDELGOLF.com. Thank you again to the fine folks at Adele. And I apologize if it sounds low energy. I got a little bit of a new setup going audio wise, and it sounds to me like I'm very, very loud. And so I don't want to blow your guys' eardrums out. So it's not that I'm bored or anything. It's just I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying to use my inside voice.
He's just mellow.
I'm just mellow, dude. Saw that sleepy time tea that I drank an hour ago. Oops. Okay, so I went to Sand Valley first time.
Mm-hmm.
First time playing golf in Wisconsin, and then I went to Nebraska and played at Landmand, and I got to meet the man, the myth, the legend, Rob Collins.
Oh wow,
who is 7 feet tall.
Oh.
I heard his voice because I've heard him talk, on like podcasts and stuff.
Sure.
So I heard his voice behind me, and I was like, turned around, oh hey Rob, and I just kind of kept looking up. Oh my god, dude, you go up forever. Very nice guy. Pretended that he knew me. It was very cool.
Oh, that's nice of him.
It was nice. He was like, oh my god, Tyler, so nice to finally meet you. I'm like, you don't know who I am. You're just nice.
Does he follow you?
Nice, Rob. He does, but that doesn't mean anything. Like he like I don't think for a second he knew who I was.
Yeah.
That's okay. He's very nice though.
Great.
Yeah. So, but rewind, went to Sand Valley. So, played Tom Doak's Sedge Valley to start on Saturday. And, in a word or words, I guess, I got doked, dude. I got doked super hard at Sedge. Very cool golf course. Like very, very cool golf course. Those greens are so new. I've never played on new greens. They sound like drums when you hit them. You can hear them from a mile away. And they were hard as rocks. I mean, like nearly unplayable. They were so hard.
Good.
So that was interesting. So I was just like basically hit the ball to the front of the green and kind of hope that it ends up somewhere in the middle. And then just like there were these just like little spots where you're like, okay, if I hit it perfectly here, then it's going to get close to the hole. But it's like if you miss that spot, like 1 foot to the left, like you are so boned. Like good luck getting up and in 3 shots from some of the spots I was in. And I found every single doke zone like on that course that day. So it was very frustrating first round just because I was like, I was hitting some pretty decent golf shots, but then I would just like, it'd just be like a foot too far left and it would like bounce down this like little, had this like knob, like you know what? I hate that I'm saying this right now because like these two courses don't belong in the same breath. But like number 6 at Persimmon, that par 5 to like the water, how like if you hit it left,
Yeah.
which is your bailout zone, there's that little knob there that like
Yeah, where it
basically
could go.
makes it impossible to chip anything close.
Yeah.
That it's like that, but like on steroids in like every single hole, multiple places, like it's like, dude, yeah, you can kind of try to bail out, but like you're gonna pay for it. And I got doped super hard. Um, but I would love, love, love to go back. Like that course when it grows into itself a little bit, because it is still. I mean, it opened this year. Um, it's going to be phenomenal. But yeah, dude, like we didn't even play it at 5,800 yards. They told us like the way to play it is the combo tees. So we played it at like 5,300 yards. And I'm actually kind of mad we did that because we ended up just hitting like, it was like driver 70-yard shot, driver 70-yard shot, driver 70-yard shot. Like it wasn't, there was almost no like variety.
Yeah.
So I would have liked to have played it back. I probably would have shot, I shot 81 on a par 68 with like an 8.
Nice.
And 42 putts. That is a theme of my entire trip, is like
an 81 with 42 putts
with an absurd amount of putts.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it gets better, brother, or worse, depending on how
Oh
you
my
look at it.
goodness.
Yeah, bud. That is
Yeah, bud.
that's the correct response. So that was 23 Stapleford points. But I said, you know what? Hey, first day, feeling it
Yeah,
out.
it is what it
Kind
is.
of tough, weird course. Just didn't score my best, obviously.
Sure.
Could make a putt. So I was like, I'm not going to worry about it. There's a lot of golf to be played.
Toss it out.
Second round of the day was not really a round. It was the sandbox, which, dude, I'm on record on this podcast saying that
Yeah.
I think that the preserve is silly and I don't like it. I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
And the sandbox just affirmed my belief that like, and now I've heard shorties is more like the sandbox than the preserve. Like it's more like of a short, like truly like a pitch and putt type short course.
Yeah.
But not quite as short.
Yeah.
The sandbox, like I think the longest hole was 100 and actually I know the longest hole because I aced it. It was 120 yards. It was the 16th hole, 120 yards. But like, dude, like what, like so fun. I could play that course 5 times a day and not get bored. Like that little
absolutely.
short course. I'd have a freaking blast. Like that
when
place
I was there,
awesome.
When I was there, I don't even remember now, 7 years ago, maybe something like that. We did pretty much the same. I think we played at Mammoth that morning, and then it was beautiful out. It was May and like sunny, and it was we all, our group of 8 guys, we went over to the sandbox and we're like, we're just gonna round this thing until somebody makes a hole in one. I think we went around 4 times or something, and then a guy canned it on the first hole of like our
Oh yeah,
it was either he made it on the
that's,
4th one around or something like that, but
yeah,
it was pretty
that's a 100-yard
cool.
hole. That's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
because there is like the third hole, I think it's like 38 yards. I almost made that. That would have been,
I hit
that would
I
not have
think I
been fun.
remember I had a wedge maybe, or I think I had like 3 clubs maybe the first time around, and I ditched them all the second ones, and just
dude,
like I just had a wedge, and then was people were barefoot, like there was
I wanted to
music, somebody
play
had a
another.
drone up, like it was
I wanted to play another
perfect.
loop with just one club, like no putter either, just like one
No,
club.
Yeah, just a wedge.
That's what I wanted. Like I wanted to do that. So next time I will definitely be doing that. I like hit, it was fun. We had a little game. We played Vegas between the group, which was super fun. And wouldn't you know it, the hole in one is what won us. It was really tight until I jarred one.
Nice.
But the hole in one was okay. So the hole in one story. So it was like 118 yards. I grabbed my 50-degree wedge. It was like the only shot of the day I actually flushed. Absolutely flushed it. we were on like a lower tee box and the sun was right in our eyes. So I just saw it hit the green and it like bounced left because it's this big Redan style green. If you haven't played there, big Redan, and then there's like a super deep bunker on the left. Like it's a real golf hole. Like if you came to that golf hole on like a regulation size golf course, like that would be a hole that could like give you a lot of trouble. Which is the only reason we've also discussed what counts as a hole in one. Before I would say par three course doesn't count. This hole, like with how difficult it was, and like me walking up and looking at all the spots, like man, if you miss, like you're so screwed on this hole. I'm like, no, that was like I would consider that a tough par on most golf courses. So I'm counting it. Anyway,
That's
hit
because
it.
it's because it counts.
It's because I got the
That's
hole in one.
correct. Yeah, that's correct. Correct.
Yeah, it's revisionist history.
Yeah.
History is written by the winners. So walked, like hit it. I was like, oh man, I think I could be pretty close. Two other guys in my group hit it on the. We knew they were on the green, and then one of them wasn't on the green. So we walked up there. I only see two balls, and so walk up. I'm like, huh. Maybe someone went long, and so I, did the walk, checking the hole. I'm like, oh my god, there's a ball in there.
Yeah.
And I looked down and I saw the beginning of my little black line. I was like, oh my God. I turned around to the guy playing with them. Dude, I think I just got a hole in one. And he's like, no. And the two other guys we were with were still back on the tee box taking pictures. And I reached down, looked, like, yep, that's my ball. So we were freaking out. The two guys who we were playing against thought we were bullshitting. They're like, no, like what? No. And so then they walk up and then like one of them was like, dude, like, for real, like, did you actually get it in? I'm like, I am not joke. I wouldn't joke about this. Like like, I don't care enough about this stupid Vegas match, like to lie about a hole in one. I was like, no, I got it. So it was cool. And then the next hole, I almost aced 17. I hit it. And like, there was a group up on the, like the whatever patio or whatever. It was like a group of kids that were at their prom. They were all watching. I hit it a little long and it rolls back and it like burns the edge on 17. So I almost go 1-1 to finish, which would have been insane. But make my birdie, run up to the starter. I'm like, hey, I just got a hole in one. He's like, yeah, dude, that was you on 16. I go, yeah. And he's like, dude, like I saw that roll in and then I saw none of you react. And I was like, God damn, these guys are badass. Like they just get a hole in one and they like, it's no big deal. And I'm like, no,
ice
dude,
in
like,
the veins.
yeah, I was like, none of us saw it. None of us saw it go in. And so I was like, I asked him if I could buy the flag and, he was like, that's a pro shop question. But thankfully I had posted, not really thankfully, because he's the starters ended up saying the same thing, but like I had literally before I left the green, I'd posted the picture of me holding up the one finger, which someone in the comments said, context, please. It's just like, brother, I mean, if you can't deduce that one on your own, I don't know what I can do for you. Anyway, that was
course is number one.
I laughed really hard at that. Context, please. Bro, do you have eyes? That's actually probably pretty ableist. I might cut that out. Anywho, we go up to the pro shop, so someone had commented like, be sure to get your shovel. And I was like, oh, what shovel? And then the guy's like, yeah, you get, the T markers are their shovel. He's like, you get a shovel, they write on it. I'm like, that's so sick. And so I get in there, I walk in and I'm like, hey, I got a hole in one. And then like 4 people in the pro shop were like, oh my God, dude, was that you on 16? You just we watched it go in. I was like, see, pointing back to the guys I was playing, I was like, it went in. Idiots. It went in. And so got my shovel, which was cool. And then I was like, hey, can I buy the flag? And you know what? World-class people at Sand Valley, you know what the first thing out of their mouth wasn't? Well, lots of people have gotten hole in ones. Lots of people have gotten hole in ones. Like some other course I know.
Yeah.
Who won't be named again on this episode. but they're like, yeah, let me, like there's a whole process, which
Mhm.
I was like, what do you mean? Just go out and get it. But I didn't say that in my mind. I was
Yeah.
just like, go out and get a whole like walking out there, like I'll do it for free. And so they took my information down and, um, you know, went home, came back the next morning. Next morning, playing Mammoth Dunes in the morning, like first tee time off, which was awesome. You like tee off on the putting green, like that's
Yeah, it's so cool.
so sick.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous sunrise. Like, anyway, that was a 10 out of 10 experience. But like, literally, the flag was there, and like every employee there knew who I was, simply because like, oh, you're here, like you got the flag, like, hey,
Oh,
did
you're
you
here for the
hear
flag.
that
Yeah.
they have, they have your flag? I'm like, dude, this is so nice. Like, these guys are awesome. Like,
Yeah, they do
such
it
a
right.
cool, like, talk about making a really special occasion like even better. Like they just yeah, like Sand Valley,
Yeah.
hats off to you. Like, unreal customer service, unreal, like experience, cultivation, curation of like the total package. Fantastic. Cannot say enough good things about that. But so teed off at Mammoth Dunes. Um, Played pretty good at Mammoth. Granted, everyone should kind of play pretty good because everything just feeds to the hole.
Yeah, it's a
Very, very
fun
fun golf
course.
course. Yeah.
Very fun golf course.
I missed like probably 4 birdie putts inside 6 feet. Uh, I drove 14 with a 3-wood, and I 3-putt from 30 feet for a par. I bogeyed. I bogeyed 3 of the 5 par fives.
Oh gosh.
Um, like,
Wow.
and I still shot 2. I shot 2 over with 38 putts.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Oh
just
my
like,
goodness.
dude, I could have, you were telling me, oh, you're going to shoot under par at Mammoth. I'm like, dude, I did
Yeah, I
everything
was like,
possible not to.
yeah.
I totally just boned it, man. Like, unreal. But I will say, that 3-wood on 14 was freaking striped. So
Yeah.
striped city sick, great 3-wood.
Yeah.
And then I totally threw up on the green. But 18, oh, dude, I love 18 as a finishing hole. What a cool
It's so
hole.
fun.
That green, like that risk reward going for it green, like the
Yeah.
Adirondack chairs right there, everyone
Yeah,
watching,
people
like,
sitting and watching you hit in. Yeah.
dude, such a cool hole. Hit Yeah, so I hit a good drive, really good drive. I had like two, it was like 511. So yeah, I mean, I had like 215 in, I think, but up the hill.
Mhm.
Like, but you can't go long. Like, you just can't really go long. So it's like, you got to hit if you're going to go for it, like, you got to nut up and just like hit the
Yeah.
number. So
Yeah.
took out 2-iron, best shot of the best shot of the entire trip was like that 2-iron. And that includes the hole in one. Like, hit it to like 25 feet up, like, and this pin was like front left tucked. So I mean, like, you really had, I mean, I had to hit it right on the number, and I did, and I hit it hole high, and it was just like such a good shot. As soon as I hit it, I was like, that's unbelievably good. I think I said that. And I left the eagle putt 8 feet short. But I made the birdie putt. So
All right, good.
there you go. Redeemed myself. Could you imagine if I would have 3-putt it for
Oh.
second eagle
Oh
after that
my
shot?
gosh.
Filthy.
Whew. That's
So
wow.
that was 36 stable for points. So that was the first round that
Yeah,
I counted.
that's solid.
Pretty good. All right.
That's good.
So next day was, or no, sorry, not next day. Later that afternoon
Mhm.
was Lido.
Oof.
Dude,
Oof. I saw
that,
this number.
well, it's interesting, and I'm like a little proud of myself, which is like, it's kind of pathetic, but like, yeah, I played like shit. Spoiler alert, played like shit. Shot 97. I had 44 putts.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. But I will say that course is the coolest golf course I have ever seen. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
like it was like, even if you didn't know the history of it and the story behind it, it felt like you walked back in time. Like
Yeah.
they've done such a good job there at like, they were very deliberate in the way that they designed the course, but not just the course. Well, they didn't really design the course, right? Someone else designed the course, but the way that they executed it, like you don't see anything but T markers and flags.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't see trash cans. You don't see houses. All the houses are, and there are a few on the course, they're like tucked in behind the trees. In like,
Mhm.
it's very hard to see them. Like
Mm.
even if you know they're there, they've done such a good job of like putting them in a way that you can't see. You can't see the restrooms. Like there's a sign telling you where the restroom is, and then you kind of like, where the fuck is this restroom? You don't like, they're no, you cannot see the trash cans. They're in the ground. You have to like
Yeah.
find them and then kick the little can thing up and
Yeah.
throw your trash away. Like there's no there's sorry, rewind. One of the other things I love about Sand Valley, which from my opinion, I think Sand Valley is way better than Bandon Dunes. Personally, I would much rather go to
Ooh.
Sand Valley than Bandon Dunes. One of the
Ooh.
reasons, yeah. Cut that one and put that online.
That's
I
I
have
will.
so
Hold on.
many haters, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Um, but just the amount of money I saved in water alone at Sand Valley, because all the water's free there, dude. You go walk around the course, there's just big
There's
old
just water.
bins of ice with water bottles. Like every couple holes on Sedge Valley, Mammoth Dunes, and Sand Valley, there are there are exactly two ice bins on on Lido, and they are pretty well hidden. Um, I just like truly felt like you were back, like walking back in time. Like you felt like you were in, it was like this is just a golf course. This is golf. Like that's it. That's all this is. Like there's no, it was almost like harsh in the way that it was presented to you. Cause this is like, dude, it's just you out here and you got to figure it out. And then like the wind gets whipping and those greens, like the 16th is called Redan, cause it's a big ass Redan, 200-yard par three, the most severe green I've ever seen in my entire life, with like bunkers down on the left that like it feels like you have to hit it 40 feet above your head to get it back onto the green. And I missed low, I missed into that bunker and I took me like 5 swings to get out. Um, just the scale of the place for being so flat, but they like they built up so much. Like the fourth green, hold up, pulling up the card. No, it was the second hole. No, it was no. It was the sixth hole, dude. Or no, fuck. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Landman. It's like, why do they have two separate handicap things? No. Okay, so sorry. It was the fourth hole. The green, and I posted a picture of it, and it was really hard. Like pictures did such a bad job. Like my phone did such a bad job of like showing the dynamics of the elevation changes. But like, imagine hitting your second shot on a par five, but you have to land it on top of like a 1.5-story parking garage. And
Yeah.
that's what, but, and then there's like a bunker in front. And like, you know that if you hit it in that bunker, like you're never getting out. Like you live in that bunker now. Like
Yeah.
call USPS, change your address because that's where you live.
Yeah.
It was just like and there were a couple other greens that were like that. And I was just like, dude, like this is nuts. The golf that I played was really bad. But I did somehow manage to score more Stableford points. I scored 24 Stableford points, which I was hoping wouldn't
Then
count, but
Sedge.
it did.
Oops.
It will count.
Foreshadowing.
It will count. Anyway, yeah, 44 putts, absolutely incredible. But still, like truly one of the coolest golf experiences. It's like I said, is the second most special like golf experience in my life. First was like when my wife and I walked around Valley Bunyan. That was awesome. This was like a very close second. I would love to go back there and play again when there's no wind. And I'd also love to play there when there is wind. I'd love to play there anytime. So any
Yeah.
very cool. Also, best merch, best logo,
Oh, it's
unreal.
really cool.
Like just
Yeah.
freaking incredible. So that was Lido. Okay. We go home. I was exhausted after walking, even though I had a caddy both times. First time I ever had a caddy,
Mm.
like that I paid. Sorry, Nathan.
Yeah.
That I paid. Didn't love it.
You know what? I'm with you.
Didn't
I
did, didn't love it.
Yeah. My only 2 experiences with a caddy didn't go great. Didn't go great. I I'm yeah.
My dude was cool. Like
Yeah.
Pete. So Pete, this guy
Sure.
Peter,
Yeah.
at Mammoth, cool guy. He was fine, super nice. He
Sure.
didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Like honestly, but I was just like, you know what? I would have just preferred to carry my own bag. And then Gabe, is the coolest person in the world. He's like 24. He is a model. Was just like ripping heaters, but like lighting them just like the coolest way. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Are you like a movie star? Like everything you do looks like it's like you're acting, but you're like it's so natural. Like this dude's like I felt like I don't it wasn't his fault, but I just felt like such a nerd and I wanted to like try to like get his approval because he was just like the coolest guy I've ever seen. And like so like so the reason I say that is because like I was like, dude, I recognize you, but I don't know why. And then finally at the end of the round, he was like, yeah. She's like, oh, so you like content stuff? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. So you know this gal? Her name's like, Haley Brookstead or something like that. I'm like, I know who you're talking about. Like, yeah, she's a really good player. And she's like a content creator. He goes, yeah, like I was in her Cabot Citrus video. I caddied for her in that. I'm like, dude, that's where I know you from. And he like pulled it up on his phone. I'm like, yep, that's you. And I'm like, God, yeah, man, you were like, you just said the coolest shit in that video. Like, just you're freaking Matthew McConaughey, like before the Lincoln ads. So anyway, that was just kind of weird. I was like trying to get the approval of my caddy the entire time. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
cool.
I'm not
So
cool
that
enough.
I'm not cool
People
enough.
in bands are cool.
What? No. Just watched School of Rock the other day. That's
Oh, really?
such a good movie. All right. So then, Monday, Sand Valley, tee off, tee off. Um, really like that opening hole at Sand Valley. I actually like the opening hole at Sand Valley better than I like the opening hole at Mammoth. Actually, the opening hole at Mammoth was like my least favorite hole on the entire course. I don't like I don't like blind shots to start the day. That was weird.
Yeah.
Sand Valley though, big
Super
fan.
cool.
Yeah, Core Crenshaw, dude, what a treat.
Second hole though can go kick rocks. I don't love the second hole, mostly just because I
Yeah,
play like trash when both times I've played it. I
dude,
made a whole big mess of it.
that
So yeah,
second hole was so was so intimidating.
don't go
Because
long.
we
Do
get
not go
well
long.
or right.
Or right.
Like
Yeah,
he
don't
goes
do that either.
he our the because one of our guys took a caddy again for sand, and so the kid who had caddied like the other 2 days for him, so we got to know him pretty well. He was like, okay, dude, you see the pin? I go, yeah. He goes, if you hit it 5 feet right of that ball is going 80 yards down the hill onto
Yep.
the right. I
Mhm.
was like,
Yep.
oh. So I hit
Yep.
it. I hit I hit a pretty good drive, but I was kind of in the left rough. It went a little long, and then I hit a good enough shot. I thinned it, but it was fine to like the back middle of the green. Um, and and I'm like looking at this putt, and I'm putting towards that like basically
That
infinity
edge.
drop off. I'm like, dude, if I hit this thing a little bit too far, like I could have an 80-yard shot in. And so like I left it like 3 feet short, and then I like made the 3-footer for par.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was
Good.
probably the best part of the entire trip. Like that was such a hard hole.
Yeah,
Um,
I have been 80 yards past there. You're basically like sheepishly saying hey to the guys on 3T, and you're like,
oh,
don't make me,
one of the
and
guys in my group he
hitting
hit
like
it
100
over
yards
there. He hit it
to
over
a
there, and he's just like, nah, I think I'm gonna
yep,
pick up. I think
yeah,
I'm done with this
because you're
hole.
hitting up over this mountain and then to a green that slopes like
The other way.
8% downgrade away from you. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. You're
Impossible.
just so dead. You're so dead.
Impossible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I thought that was a cool hole. 3 was pretty sweet. I bogeyed, bogeyed 4, which is a par five, first par five, bogeyed it. So
Mhm.
absolutely
Good.
crushing it. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm at a 66% rate for bogeying par fives at Sand Valley and Mammoth. And then let's see here. Didn't have any three putts on the front side, but only had one putt,
Did you
which
go
was
for
a
number
really
9?
let's see here. Did I go for number 9? I did. I hit it in the bunker
Oh,
though.
okay. Yeah.
Um, but I got up and out and I two putted for par, so it was fine.
Cool.
Um, and then 10, I
Such a
made a,
cool hole.
yeah, I made a, yeah. So yeah, 10 was sick.
Yeah.
Made a par there. But that was one of those that I had a pretty good look at birdie. And I
Yeah.
just didn't, which would have been a net eagle, which would have been 4 points.
Ooh.
Not that it would have made a difference. Again,
Yeah.
foreshadowing, but still would have been cool.
Last time I played 10, let's see, hit a drive down in the lower portion on the left side of the
Mhm.
fairway, kind of threaded the needle there. Kind of like topped slash pull hooked somehow. My second shot kind of left into the junk
Oh yeah.
just of the fairway. And I had like 100 some yards in, I don't remember. Bladed a wedge like harder than you've ever seen. Like if this ball had a nose, I just busted its nose, like it's bleeding, gushing like crazy,
Oh,
screaming as it's flying over the green. Literally hits the flag, like the loudest sound I've ever heard on a golf course.
slapped
Wraps
it.
up in the flag, drops to a foot.
That's beautiful. I hit yeah, I hit a went driver, really good driver, and then I hit another really good 2-iron that like chased up and around to like the back left portion of the green. So it went a little long. So I had like basically it was a putt. It's probably like a 35-foot putt that I blew 10 feet past.
Oh, good.
So it was like
Yeah.
basically a three putt. It was essentially a three putt par. Very cool. But because I was off the green, I only counted it as a two putt
Hey
for
yo.
my ego. 12, another par five. So the second par five
Yep.
on I bogeyed that, which was
Ooh.
cool. And then let's see here, and then like strung together a bunch of pretty good pars. I bogeyed 16 with a three putt, which was sick.
Ouch.
Um, and then 17 was the long par
Wild par
three.
3.
Yeah. Um, played that one really well. Easy two putt par. And
Nice.
then 18, I missed the fairway. That was like the worst drive of the whole day. Missed the green, two putt bogey for a 77. And 34 Stableford points. So I was like, okay, cool. So like, all right,
Hey, that's
we're doing
yeah,
okay. We're doing okay. We
that's
got,
solid.
we're up to 70 Stableford points at this point. 175 is the number. I'm like, okay, we're playing pretty good. So then we make the long drive from Nicosa, Wisconsin to Homer, Nebraska. Not a very interesting
That's a
drive,
boring drive probably. Yeah.
as you can imagine. Very windy drive though. We were in a Ford. No, we were in a Chevy Suburban, and we were getting blown around in that big giant boat. So yeah, it was pretty gnarly. That night we go in the morning, and the wind's not super up. It's a little windy, not too bad. So we play the white tees, and I shot. I'm missing my scorecards from the first day, but I'll just tell you anyway. This course is the most visually stunning course I've ever seen. Like the undulation changes, like the undulation, um, it totally messes with your depth perception because like everything looks, it looks really far away, but it's not that far away, or it looks really close and it's like very far away. The greens are nuts, man, like crazy. elevation changes, they're massive. I mean,
Yeah.
like massive. And I will say, the yardage book was $10. Best yardage book I've ever seen. Like there's so much information. It's like, hey, here's the aggressive line. Here's where you bail out. Here's why you wouldn't want to bail out. This green, and it's like, oh, it's a 25,000 square foot green, 36,000 square foot green.
Jeez.
Dude, I was like, I was telling the guys, I'm like, dude, there are, at the home course that I played at up until recently, there are, fairways that aren't half as wide as some of these greens were big. Um, it was wild. Um, Lots of opportunity to like use the land to your advantage and like,
The land,
back,
man.
landmand, backstopping all day. Like, you can do it. It looks super wide open. It looks super wide, but it's like, dude, if you hit it in the native, it's gone. Like the ball's just gone. Like it looks like, oh no, it's just like really bad rough down there. No, it's just, there's no ball anymore. So it was a little deserty golf in that sense, but much wider and much cooler. And it didn't feel like we were spitting in the face of God by playing in Phoenix, Arizona. Because that city shouldn't exist. But yeah, first round, first loop, I shot, I want to say 77. I think it was 77 or 70. Yeah, 77. Or yeah, or it was
With
75.
50 putts.
Dude, now I'm mad that I can't find that stupid scorecard. But no, but I think it was like, and honestly, it might have been like I think it was like a 75. Actually, I think it was a 75 with 37 putts. I'm
Ooh.
pretty sure that's what it was. I'll find it and I will. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'll text you.
You can text me.
But it was a good round. Yeah, it was like, it might have been 76. I can't remember, but it was something like somewhere between 75, 77. And a lot of putts, a lot of three
A
putts,
lot of putts.
a lot of missed birdies, a lot of missed birdies. It was like, there were probably like 5 birdie putts that could have gone in, that were like inside 7 feet.
Oh, wow.
But when the wind's not up, course is super gettable. So we played again in the afternoon. I was like chasing daylight out there, but finished with a 79. So I had like whatever. So counting those two, and I really wish I had the scorecards. Counting those two, I got to 142 points. So all I needed was 34 points in my morning round on Wednesday to beat you by 1. Okay. Wake up. Sustained winds at 22 miles an hour, gusting at like 41.
Yikes.
I've never played in windier conditions. Like, like literally, like you would take your putter back and it would blow it off. Like the putter would just like blow offline. Like you'd get hit with one of the gusts and like lose your balance a little bit. Like trying to be balanced over like tee shots and stuff. It was like the wind was blowing balls off tees all day. It was just like, I was like, this is nuts. We played up a tee. So like we had been playing at 6,700 yards. I think we played at like 6,400 yards. Just because it was like the first 9 or basically first like 11 holes, like you're just dead into the wind because it's out and then it's like
it's out and back.
Back in. Yeah. So like, the first hole's like 530 yard par 5 playing like 700 yards probably. I hit driver, 3-wood, 2-iron. And I hit all 3, like hit them all good. No, that's all right. I went driver, 3-wood, 8-iron from 97 yards and I hit it pin high. And I was like a full swing 8-iron from 97 yards.
Nice.
Like the guys at the that were on the green, because the tee box for 2 is like right on the green. They're like, yeah, that ball goes up. There you go. We saw it. And then it literally came back. Like the wind blew it backwards because it went a little long and the wind blew it back towards the hole. I was like, that's incredible. So I shot 92 in that morning. Just absolute, dude, it was brutal.
Yeah.
Let's see here. How many putts was that? 44 putts.
Oh, no. How many putts did you have at Sand Valley? You didn't say.
Sand Valley was, hold please. Sand Valley was 35 putts. Wow.
Hey,
Really blew the
that's your
doors off
that's
you. That one,
that's your
77
best
with
one yet.
35 putts. God, it's gross, dude. I think I hit 15 greens, dude. I hit
It sounds
15
like
greens, 16 greens. Yeah, I hit 11 greens at Sand Valley with 35 putts. It's so bad.
Tyler's
And
gonna become a scratch golfer next year just from work, solely just putting all winter long.
oh, dude,
Like,
I'm like I half jokingly said like I'm not gonna hit a shot over 30 yards all off season. Like now I'm just
but
reminded
like
like I
maybe,
probably shouldn't do that.
but
I
like
probably
maybe
should not hit any shot over 30 feet at 30
you could
yards.
probably hit a bunch of putts over 30 yards and see if that helps you.
Yeah, not a good showing with the flat stick.
Yeah,
But
sometimes
just
you just don't got it.
But just to show you how different the course plays, the wind completely died in the afternoon. So this is the eighth
Yeah.
round, doesn't count. Okay, so by the way, that 92 netted me 21 points. So I had to take
Uh-huh.
my leader round of 24 points. So I lost by 9. So
So you're
I
166.
166 to your 175. So congratulations,
Oof. Thank you.
the Mid Am Club
Um,
champ.
we were playing for
Pride and the club. That was
Pride.
the club championship. That
That's
was
right.
that was the 2024 club
Oh,
championship.
are you gonna
And
give me a trophy?
yeah. Oh, I'm absolutely going to give you a trophy. And then TSA is going to fucking take it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I accidentally,
Yeah.
like an idiot, not like an idiot. I looked up. I was trying to save weight
Yeah.
because both my check bags were over, and I was like, oh, the shovel. I'll bring that with me because I looked up on. I was like, can you bring a garden
Oops.
shovel on the onto the airplane? And the
Mm.
like the stupid Google AI summary that I read was like, yeah, you can. I was like, oh, dope.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Sure.
read down a little farther, it says that there is a max length on that shovel, and it's 7 inches, and I think mine was like 9 or 10. Anyway, they
Ah,
took it and they threw it away right in front of me, crushed me. But Sand Valley,
jeez.
being yeah, I know, right? Mean.
Jeez.
Being who they are, Sand Valley, they came in clutch and they're sending me out another one. So
Good.
anyway, yeah, club champion. So congratulations to the 2024 Mid Am
Hey,
Club champion, Nathan
thank you.
Frumasu, everyone.
Thank you. Thank
Balled
you.
out, put leader in the clubhouse, went wire to wire.
We did it.
Just nails, dude. Absolutely balled out. Really proud of you.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but back to Landmand. Just to tell you, like, so I shot 92 from the green tees, which was 6,400 yards. Shot 73 in the afternoon
Yep.
with like 36 putts. Dude, you know what the shittiest part is too, Nathan? Let me tell you what the
Mhm.
shittiest part is. I bogeyed. So 73 is par there. I bogeyed
Yeah.
18 to shoot 73.
Oh
Par five.
no.
Par five,
Oh no.
brother. Par five.
Dude.
And um or wait, no. Yeah, I bogeyed. Anyway, yeah, just not good, man. Just not great. Yeah, bogey, yeah. So if I would have
276 putts.
across 8 rounds.
I only have
At least, well,
I only have 7
Jesus,
there.
and that's no, that's probably only 6 actually. Oh,
I have 7
unless
written
you took
down.
my
Yeah.
estimation from like the
Yeah,
first
I
round
put
or whatever.
yeah, but,
Okay.
one of them you said you thought it was like 37 putts.
Yeah, I think it was 37. Not that it matters. Yeah. So anyway, so that eighth round, the Phantom round, 39,
Way to go.
Sable for points. So that would have
I would have done it.
done well, but I didn't. You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't play when it counted. I didn't play hard when it
Yeah.
counted,
I
and I
mean,
didn't deserve the win.
you had much tougher conditions that last
Well,
day
on one of the,
on
but
one of
it's
the
just like,
rounds,
dude, play
but
better. Play better at Sedge, which is a fucking par 68 from 50
whatever.
400
Yeah.
yards. Anyway, no. I yeah, the game's in a weird spot, so I'm not too mad about it. Plus, like seeing Landman was so sick, and seeing Lido was
Yeah.
incredible, and Sand Valley was dope. It was just a very cool trip.
They looked awesome. You should, shout out your buddies that you were with because they are all photographers and
Oh yeah,
whatnot. They
so
did amazing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Scott Brooks, PNW golfer. Um, such a talented drone pilot, wildly good. I mean, great photographer too, but like I think he said at one point he was like top 5% in drone hours, in the United States or maybe even globally. He flies a lot. He's very good at it. And then Golf Scout on Instagram, that's Ryan O'Meara, who runs Wildwood here in Portland. Great golf course. And he took a bunch of, he's a really good photographer too. So he took a bunch of awesome photos. And then me and Michael were not photographers. So we were just kind of tagging along. So yeah, very cool. Check out their Instagrams because they've been posting stuff about it and it's just beautiful. Yeah. So like that was the trip. I like, it was weird. I didn't hit any good, like I think I can count, like for iron / wedge shots, like I flushed probably 5 shots, between 8 rounds of golf. Hit the driver really well, hit like fairway woods pretty good. Obviously putting wasn't fantastic. Chipping wasn't super bad. Like, apart from Lido, even my sand game was pretty good. Because I found a lot of bunkers at Sand Valley, a lot of bunkers, but I still shot a
Yeah.
77. So I was pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
So game's just in a weird spot. Like I'm in such like a slump right now. Like handicaps like back up to 4.
Mm.
It's just like yeah, the swing feels weird. Like I'm still fast. Like I'm hitting the ball pretty good. Like I'm creating a lot of
Yeah.
speed, but I'm just like not really flushing it. Obviously, I can't putt. I can't
Yeah.
put the ball in the hole. So
I
yeah,
think
I think
that's I
like
mean, that's the main thing, obviously. I mean, looking at your scores versus how many putts you had, it's like clearly you got around the course just fine, even
yeah,
not hitting it great. Like,
right. Yeah, so I think like I do just need to like grind on putting and chipping like the entire off season and like really not even think about my swing too much. Um, and just try to figure out a way to get the ball in the hole and um so that yeah, when the timing's off, I can at least like be like, all right, well I could, because I think I would feel better like if I hit the ball like shit, but I was like, dude, I was getting up and down from everywhere. I was making putts. Like that seems really gritty. It just sucks to shoot a 73 with 35 putts or whatever, 36 putts. It's just like, dude, how good could that round have been? Like, like
yeah.
if what, scratch players average like 31 putts, dude, take 5 strokes off that. You're telling me I would go out and shoot 70 or 68. Like,
Yeah, or one of the rounds where you had 44 putts, take 13 off of that.
yeah. And then all of a
That's a
sudden, yeah,
that's a large difference.
81 with 42 putts.
Yeah.
You take 12, you take 11 putts off of 81. I shoot
Hey, guess what?
71 at a course
Yeah.
I've never seen before with really hard greens.
Yeah.
Um,
I think your swing is fine.
yeah, swing
Yeah.
might, Nathan, I'm starting to think like the swing's not the problem. So it means I should probably work on my swing tomorrow.
Probably. I mean, we're gonna. But
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
yeah.
do. I'm not gonna go
If
putt.
you hit it closer,
That's
you
the
don't have to
problem. I'm
putt
just
so
not
much.
hitting it
Yeah.
close enough, dude.
Exactly.
No, I will say though that I've been thinking about this a lot because like, okay, I want to try to like quantitate because like my handicap's just not a good. If I worry about my handicap, like it just bummed me out. Because like even I don't know, like whatever, I shot a 75 at Mammoth. That was
Yeah.
still like a 4.6 index. Like
Yeah.
it's like, dude,
Yeah.
I shot 2 over, and they're like, oh yeah, that's what a 5 handicap should shoot. It's like, dude, really, really? I mean, of course, it's easy, but damn,
Yeah.
I felt like that could have. Jeez, man. So
Yeah.
one of the stats I think, like the main stat I really want to focus on next year is maybe the only stat I want to focus on is like putts per green in reg. Because like putts per round doesn't necessarily tell a story. If I hit 18 greens and have 36 putts, it's not necessarily a bad putting round. That's just like, dude, you probably hit it to 20 feet all day and like you're not going to make 20 footers. Like you might make
No.
one 20 footer, but you might
Right.
not make any,
Yeah.
So even like 16 greens, I hit 16 greens at Mammoth and I had 37 putts. It's like not a horrible putting round. It could have been much better, but it's not like disastrous.
Yeah.
So like, I think what I calculated is like 37 putts per 16 greens, like that's 2.18 putts per green. Not great. I'd love to be closer to, as close to two as
Closer to 2.
possible.
Yeah.
But like at the 44, it was like 3.8 putts per round, or,
Yeah,
whatever it
that's
was.
that's
I don't
yeah.
remember what it was, but it's like, so I think like from a statistic standpoint, things like double bogey avoidance,
Yeah.
double bogeys per hole played, and then like putts per green hit. That's really, if I can like get those numbers in line, then I know that I can score pretty well. Cause like I can figure out how to get pars. I can accidentally make birdies, but just like, dude, don't three jack from 30 feet and don't make stupid doubles. Like just
Yeah.
don't do it.
That's tough. Yeah.
What are you going to do? It's golf. Yeah, so that was super cool. We're going to be going to Landman next year. I already told you we're doing it, man.
We're
Me
doing
and
it.
you.
We're going.
I already talked to the guy running it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, dude. Yep, for sure. Let's stay in touch." So
Yep.
it's happening,
Cool.
and we'll do some. Yeah, we'll be able to go to Landman. So I'm very excited about that next year. Cannot wait to get back to that course. So sick. And Rob will probably be there again too, because it's kind of their big end of the season event, and apparently he goes. And like, dude, all the cool people, all the cool Instagram people were there, man. Kyle
All of
Walton
them.
from Gimme Golf,
Oh, yeah?
got to talk to him a bunch. Nicest dude in the world, man. Such a cool guy. Just a bunch of very cool brothers on tour.
Oh, yeah.
I hung out with Steven before in Portland one time, but I hadn't met his brother Mark. Apparently
Mhm.
there's a third brother who doesn't play golf. It's like this freaking like Manning lore that they've got going on there. Brothers Langford. Super cool guys. Just like Sarah, it's Smoods, super fun gal. Fiona, her friend Fiona, another really fun gal. Just like such a good crew of folks there. So, but I cannot recommend Sand Valley highly enough, and I also can't recommend Landman highly enough. Like very much worth the price of admission. I will say though, one thing I want to leave with is the way that we played. If you're not familiar with Sweetens Cove, Rob Collins designed Sweetens Cove, also designed Landman. The cool thing that I really like about Sweetens Cove is the way that they facilitate the golf there. It's like it's a day pass, and then you just do as many loops as you can all day. And that's just kind of like how it is. And you like, there's really no rules. Like you want to play as a 12 some, go play as a 12 some. Like if you want to skip around holes, go find an open hole, do it. That's how we played this event, the Landman event. That's not how they run their regular like
Sure.
day in day out. They very much do tee times. But man, that style is so cool. Like
Yeah.
just this like kind of just play, and just
Yeah.
find little pockets, meet different groups. It was just like so natural to just be like, oh guys, like looks like you only have 5. Like, can I join? Because it was like 6 was like no problem. I mean, there were 10 sums out there. It's like, or if someone only had 4, it's like, oh, you're definitely joining in as a 5th. It just like meeting cool people, like it's still just as quick as any other round. And it's just like it's so fun knowing that you can just kind of loop back around, or you can go like we played 17 on the last day. When I shot the 73, 17 drivable par 4, like very cool green. I drove the green to like 12 feet. I made the eagle putt the first time, and we're like,
Yeah.
screw it, let's go play it again. I mean, it was
Yeah.
getting dark, but like, it was like, let's go play it again. So we
Why
just
not?
like turned around, went and played it again, and I made birdie. Like drove the green again, 2-putt birdie. Like, um, that's just cool. Like I wish there was a way for more courses to facilitate that. I think it's obviously more of a resort golf thing. But and probably really only lends itself well to like big groups that are renting the whole place out. But man, like
Sure.
I guess I'm planting the seed from anyone that's listening. It's like put an event together. Like screw a scramble, like,
Yeah.
or if you're doing like a double shotgun, I don't know. This is wishful thinking because it does require like everyone playing to like be a complete lunatic and want to like play all day and just keep playing.
Yeah.
But that is a very fun way to play golf. is just like this kind of endless summer. Like just go until you can't anymore and go as much as you want, or don't go as much as, if you want to
Yeah.
just hang out, you can. But I don't know. That is a very cool way to play golf. And I wish it were more feasible other places, because there's just something special about it. So, that's it. That's all I got, man. Again,
Cool.
congratulations for winning
Thank
the
you. Yeah, I'd
inaugural.
like to thank my wife. Like to thank you,
Dude, you're so
the
welcome.
rest of my team, fitness trainer, swing coach, all those guys.
It takes a village. It
It
really
does,
does.
but yeah, you know, we built this city. So
This- all right, Detroit Rock City.
there we
No,
go.
no. What is that? Is that Styx? No, we built this city. Is it in who is that?
Oh gosh, no, I'm totally
I don't know. I'll
blanking.
look it up.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm excited to see what you do next year, man.
yeah.
Run it 2 in a
Let's
row.
see if we can.
Champion golfer of the
Yep,
year. Um, I will
that's what
work
this is
on
called.
I will work on that trophy. I think it's my responsibility as the inaugural loser runner up of the Mid-Am Club Championship. I have to come up with a trophy, and I
Yeah, I'm
will.
gonna put a shelf right. I don't know if you can see it. Here's the angle. I'm just gonna go right here, and then the trophy will sit like just nicely right there.
So I'm going to
Cool.
work on
Yeah,
that.
that's good. Yeah.
I already have an idea, actually. So
Oh no.
I will be. No, it's cool. It's
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm going to
All
win it
right.
next year, so it has to be cool.
Gotcha.
I'm
So
not
you
going
want
to.
it to be cool, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to make it a lame trophy, or else I'll never want to win it. It's going to be a cool trophy.
That's right.
So yeah,
All right.
congrats to the club champ, Nathan, and hey, thanks for listening, guys. If you enjoyed what you're hearing, drop us a review. Give us a 5. Give us the old 5-star if you could. Share this with your friends. Nathan has very graciously started to clip up stuff for social media, and we're going to start posting more stuff on social media. So like when you
We're gonna try.
see really
Yeah.
controversial shit, like Tyler thinks that
Sand Valley's
Sand
better than
Valley
Bandon Dunes.
curb stomps Bandon Dunes, um, share that, and
That's a take.
embarrass me, man. Like, I don't care. I just want to get insta famous, man.
That's right. See, here's the thing. I might agree with you, and I've only played 2 of the courses.
That's right. And I
Uh,
played all of them, so I can
yeah.
say that. I can say that,
Yeah.
even if it's wrong, and I'm not wrong. I'm
Yeah.
right. I'm right. And there are a lot of reasons. We can dig into it more, but I'm right. Just
Yeah.
know that I'm
Fair
right.
enough.
And
Yeah.
everyone who disagrees with me is wrong, and I'll fight you. I'll fight all of you. Meet me in the parking lot. Clip that. So you can find us on Instagram at Mid-Am Podcast. You can find me in the parking lot at Fade and
Cash me
Fairway. You can find
outside.
Cash Me Outside. How about that?
How about that?
She's so rich, dude.
Really?
Oh my God. She is unbelievably wealthy. Bad baby.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know what her actual name is, but yeah, Cash
I
Me
don't.
Outside. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a wealthy woman. She's a
You know what?
mogul. Good for
It
her.
was meant to be. Yeah. Good for her.
You can find Nathan at nathan.furimasu and at Thistle Leather Goods.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, thanks. Until next week, I guess we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Bye.